been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Well, you can tell we're near a military base. Good morning, YouTube. We didn't close it out last night. Heidi gave you a little speech, and then we went ahead and went to bed, and then it rained. And the sad part about that was I slept really well up until a point, and then I started dreaming that the awning was being overloaded with rain, even though there was only a couple times that it rained pretty hard. It I don't know, just got in my head that the awning was going to be blown away or something, because I kept on thinking that I felt the RV shaking because of wind, and that wasn't the case at all. I mean, you can see the awning behind me. Look how much I have it pitched. I don't know, I got really paranoid about it, so I really put it at an angle. I'm going to go ahead and straighten this out, and I might actually take a walk. Now, I'd never normally do this, not without Heidi at least, but she got up early this morning and went to work, and I thought maybe I'll just walk around the place and see if there's anything that's changed that I haven't seen before. And I'm not going to walk the whole park or nothing. I think I'm just going to walk one loop. Staying on the path, let's see how many steps from the end of our campsite is the shower house. All right, 1, 2. $97, $98, $99, $100. So 100 steps. That's not bad. So if you go the next location up from us, it's less than 100 steps. And of course I could have cut through there and it'd been even less. But I've been recognizing or noticing, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but there are a lot more smaller campers that are showing up. I mean, we've got that guy across from us in that little pod. That's a small camper. That J-Flight there is as big as ours. That Coachman right there, that's about as big as ours. There's a camper a little bit further up. Don't get me wrong, there's big ones out here too, but I've been noticing more and more people have started going smaller with their RVs. Yeah, that Coachman, that's a relatively small. For the most part, if you guys are thinking about RVs, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement that you should go with this, especially if you're traveling, you should go with the smallest RV that you feel comfortable in. I mean, that's the whole thing. You got to feel comfortable. There's no sense in you getting something that you don't feel comfortable in just because it's small. But yeah, there's well, that one's a little bit bigger than mine for sure. That J-Flight's got to be about a 30 foot, especially with the bike rack on the back. But yeah, it's probably about a 30 foot. This is a really small loop, electric only, and this kind of butts up to ours. This kind of in a roundabout way, you can basically go this way around and you can get there. I mean, there is a spot it's because the water's low, you can actually go back here now and cross and get to our side, but if the water was up, you wouldn't be able to. This is a nice campsite. There's a lot of them like this. There's a lot of them that are just like this. The slope is pretty steep there, but I mean, it's all wooded. I mean, and this is all for this one campsite. This is a pretty decent one. Again, if there was water through here, it'd be even, nicer, because all this would be water back through here. The other thing, knock on wood, which there's plenty around, and I'm going to, because it just rained, the mosquitoes haven't been anything to speak of. We had one mosquito that made it in the camper last night, and we were in and out a few times. But yeah, I kind of like all this, because usually this is all water back here. And again, this is all your campsite. This would be all your campsite to enjoy. There's a lot of state parks that aren't like that. East Harbor, we love East Harbor because of all the stuff that you can do around East Harbor. And there's some nice places to walk when you're at the campground. However, you don't get sights like this by no means. You definitely are going to see your neighbors and be friends with your neighbors, but that's not so much the case here, that's for sure. No. Well, it's nice flowers out there. I don't know if you can tell, but the flowers are blooming out there on the lily pads, and there's a bunch of them over there too. That's kind of nice. Trail just brought me through a big brush area. Yeah, this isn't a bad place at all. Every time we come out here, it reminds me how great the place is. But, you know, it's so close to home, and we keep on going to the same park, you know, year after year. You'd think that we would have enjoyed all the sights and all the amenities that they had to offer, but I guess not so much. There's a small toy hauler. That's going to be one of the shorter toy haulers. So he keeps his motorcycle in there. Okay, let's go back to this one. 126. Let's see what this one looks like. There's a little bit of a slope to it, but nothing crazy. And again, since the water's low, makes it a little bit more difficult to enjoy it 100%. Yeah, this is normally all filled with water. Good news is, if it rains, there's definitely runoff. It definitely runs off your campsite. That's right. No riding in boats on trailers. Come on, don't do it. The one thing they've done that since the last time we've been here is they've put in more speed bumps. It's a good idea, I'm telling you. Even towing myself, I'll go over 10 miles an hour and not even realize it. It's easy to do. Just look down at your speedometer. You'll be going, wow, I can't believe I'm doing over 10. Now these pull-through sites, we've camped in both of those pull-through sites up there, and we camped in this pull-through site down here. I don't think I've ever camped at this pull-through site. It always is nice if you need a little bit extra length. I think those are a little bit more level than this one, but all of them for the most part are pretty good. And we've camped in a bunch of these sites over here. Definitely 94. Matter of fact, to be exact, it was our maiden voyage with our travel trailer we currently have. I didn't even put new tires on it. We repaired the roof, and then we took it out and we came here. And this was the first campsite that travel trailer ever saw with us camping in it. So the fire ring just appeared up in this area. Not sure how, it just appeared. Don't ask questions. I started getting all the stuff out of the truck and moved the truck to where Heidi can get in here. And this will give her plenty to park, which is nice, because she needs it, because she'll be moving in and out here. I'm going to go ahead and lay out our mat to keep some of the dirt from getting in the RV. You know, I don't know if I'll put the whole mat out. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll put the mat out. We'll go ahead and get the chairs out. I was thinking about bringing the picnic table and setting it underneath here. But I think I'll put the picnic table awning up and just leave the picnic table out that way. Actually, I'm going to stack the wood right here. That'll make the most sense. That it's going to stay the driest if it does rain, because honestly, there's a good chance of rain in a couple days here. Isn't that a nice little cover? I know, everybody wants to know. It's Shelter Logic. There's the part number. However, you're not going to find it. They discontinued these. Now, you can still buy them, but they have these big plastic things here, and the awning tilts. I've never used that one. I don't know how good it is, but this one we've had for quite a long time, and it did get caught in a storm one time, and it did bend something, but it wasn't bad. I just replaced it. I can't remember what it was, but it was real easy. So yeah, we like this. We've had this for a while, and we continue to use it. I mean, year after year, we make sure that we put it away when it's dry, and we try to keep it clean. And whenever it storms, we usually, if it's just raining, we'll just put it down, because you can fold it up while the material's still connected, and it just looks like a big movie screen or something. It looks like a big green screen, and usually that's enough. But if it's windy, yeah, we go ahead and take it and disconnect it. Usually what we'll do is just leave it all together. We'll just pull the main support arms up out of the holder and then just maybe lay it under the awning or something. I got kind of sweaty. I couldn't believe it. It is hot. It is definitely warm out. And again, I love this weather. However, I don't like it when I get salt on my eyes when I'm trying to do something. So I think what I'm going to end up doing here is heading inside and taking a shower. You know why? Because I can. That's why. But I need to change out of these clothes. I actually put on old pants today, knowing that I was going to have to stack the wood, which I didn't do a great job stacking the wood. I was hoping that I could get that tarp to wrap around a little bit more than what it does, but it should be okay. Well, I came in here, it's like a shock to the system. Look at that, 65. Yeah, it's, I don't know what it is outside. Let me look at my phone real quick. I need to make the bed too. I usually try to make the bed to some recognition. Let's see here. We are 84 degrees. And it feels like 87, and that's current. Let me see what it says for the high today. 89, so not too bad. It's okay. I'm sure heat index is about 93 or so. All right, let's see what Heidi's texting me for, and I'm gonna take my shower. Well, it's about 2:30. Yeah, quarter till 3, somewhere along there. Sat down, got something to eat after I took my shower, and watched a movie. And have been checking my speeds on the internet, and although I can do a lot of stuff on the internet, such as watch a movie, upload speeds aren't the greatest. I'm going to try to edit a video and see what happens today, but I don't know when these are going to go up. So why am I outside? Well, to the north of us here and to the west of us, some storms are kind of brewing, I guess. They're kind of showing up. Right now, 18 miles away, they've got multiple lightning strikes. So suspect that that's going to be popping up here soon. So what I want to do is start this fire out here. Hopefully I can get it going and at least get some wood burning. I guess all there is to do now is wait for the rain to come. Hopefully it doesn't, but there is a lot. There's a lot showing up north of us, and it's just populating out of the middle of nowhere. So, you know, clear, 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 and then all of a sudden it just starts growing on the screen. And again, with the way the humidity is today, I'm sure it's going to do the same thing around here. But just waiting for Heidi to get off work. The storms have held off all day today. It's been pretty good. I had to get some ice for some important beverages. So we have an ice cube tray that Heidi bought that fits in the RV, and it'd be perfect for ice cubes. It would make just enough ice cubes that I could have a couple of glasses of special beverage, and then we could refill. And of course, it doesn't take up a lot of space. I mean, it was just perfect. And she forgot it at home. She said she, you know, would stop back at the house and get them, and I told her don't worry about it. And I don't like drinking out of plastic either. I really like to have a glass whenever I'm drinking the special beverage. She's on her way. She cut out a little bit earlier, and she was telling me last night, she says, whatever you want for dinner, just lay it out so, you know, I can cook it. You know, we got hamburgers in there. She talked about, at one point, I think she said something about chili. I'm not sure about that, though. She has sausage, eggs, bacon. I mean, we could have that. She also has, I think she has some fish in there maybe, but she also has steak. I know she has some really good steak in there. And since she's working, I always try to make sure that she doesn't get wore out, basically, you know, going to work, coming home, or in this case, to the RV, and, you know, then cooking. Now, I can cook, but I'm a different connoisseur of food than most people. I just like to eat whatever it is. I mean, I could have hot dogs and mac and cheese every day. I could just have hot dogs every day. It's just food. It's just food. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy really good food, but Heidi don't want me cooking, basically, is what it comes down to. I told her, I said, I know exactly what you can have for dinner tonight. And she said, what's that? And I said, well, if you get, you know, off work early enough, then we'll go to Swenson's. So we're going to eat out tonight. Swenson's is a chain. It's a burger chain. Me and Sully, dude, he went with me. It's good. It's kind of unique. It's different. It's something to experience. So if you're in the area, and I mean, there's quite a few over, you know, Northeast Ohio, there's quite a few different of this local chain. It's open year round. It's an old type car hop thing where you pull in and turn on your lights and they come running out and they take your order. Like I said, all year long, snow, it doesn't make a difference. They're out there doing it. But we're going to go ahead and head up and do that. And I'm just waiting for her to pull in. So I'm going to finish my special beverage and continue to think about Swenson's. Look who finally showed up. She's so excited to be here, and she's so excited that we get to go to Swenson's. It is kind of our favorite thing. It's not very far. It's about 15 miles from here. We are in Ravenna. We have to drive through Kent, and it's just over the Kent-Stowe border. Stowe, S-T-O-W, not S-T-O-W-E. So we're going to go do that, and honestly, there's not a lot really that we could show you, but I'll point the camera out occasionally, maybe when we pass Kent State, for you guys that like that whole Kent State thing. And I remember that was kind of a weird thing for us in Ohio here. I had heard about it a little bit whenever I lived in Florida, but I was very young. And then whenever we moved to Ohio, I didn't think anything about it, and then we were reading about it in our history books. So yeah, Kent State, we'll pass that.
And of course, that's a time gone past. But man, whenever you think of those riots and stuff like that that's going on even today, can you imagine the National Guard open firing on the protesters? That's basically what happened. Here we are passing Kent State. You can see the hills there. Like I said, before I mentioned this, that's where I used to sled ride whenever I was in high school. We'd go sledding there. But big campus, just like you would expect. And look at the sunshine out, and it's raining. Can you believe that? That's weird. Well, we're almost to Swenson's. We got a little bit further to go. This is the place. Like I said, it's a drive-in. I guess it's kind of hard to describe that, but it's like the old 50s car hops where they come out to your car. Well, these guys, they come running to your car. I mean, they're out there. They're quick. They're fast. So we'll find a place here that we can park. You can see they're just sitting here like vultures waiting for us. And we'll order our food, and it's always good. We always have good food here. That's for sure.
Turn left.
So we're in our natural habitat. We had our food at Swenson's. We were going to stop at Dairy Queen on the way home, but we were so stuffed. We ate too much. So we wandered back to the campground, and we're in for the evening. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the temperatures today were in the upper 80s. Might even touch 90, but I don't think so. And the heat indexes were in the lower 90s. Today is considerably cooler than what it will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, the temperatures will be in the 90s, and the heat index will be in the upper 90s. So, good for me. I don't mind. And I don't know about Heidi. Maybe good for her.
I'm working tomorrow, so I'll be sweating all day tomorrow.
Yeah, her school or her store, they don't adjust the temperature inside the way they should. It's dumb. So we're just going to kick back here, finish out the day, and see what happens tomorrow. Heidi's got to work tomorrow. Then she's going to be off then the next day. And then the next day she goes in kind of late, and that's whenever I'll be packing up and getting all this circus back to the house. So we'll see how it all unfolds, but we're going to enjoy it while we can.